So now to enhance the product setup which we created, we learned few of the settings which are available by Salesforce CPQ and how we can use that, how we can leverage those settings to implement our business scenario. So one of the setting is the configuration event, which is available on the product. So that is basically used for the bundle product setting. Not for the standalone, not for the option, nothing. It's just for the bundle product. If you are having a bundle product, you can go ahead with the configuration event setting. So this basically help you to navigate into the, let me zoom it out. So into the different, different screens. So like you are seeing here, this is the kind of a thing which will be available on your product, a bundle product. So configuration type and the configuration event. When we are having a none values in both the fields, then we will land up, when we click on the add products page, we will have this product get added directly despite of getting into the configure page. That is a different page. So when we click on the add products button, we select our product, our bundle product, and then we will land up on this code line editor page. Correct? This is what we are doing till now. Okay. So this is a kind of a default option, and it will directly add it to your port line editor page. Whereas if you are selecting a configuration type as a required and configuration event as a always, so what it will do, it will land up when you click on the add products page, it will land up you on configurator page. This is the one more page. Okay, means without fulfilling the condition of your bundle products, you will not be able to land up on your line editor page.
So it is okay. In the past, if we make the configuration type as a blank, it used to go to the firstly it will add the product and then we will be reconfigure the line, right? Is it okay? Okay, then
yeah, right. So let's do quickly in the on, and you can go through the deck by your own also. So let me open my yesterday's product, that the maintenance of laptop. So in product, we have this field called configuration type and the configuration event in the Salesforce CPQ configuration. So let's edit this. So as of now, by default, it's none has been selected. So when it is none, let me see how it is working on the code. It will directly land up you on the code line editor page.
Sure.
When I add product, my details. Select. When I hit on the select button, it will land up on the port line editor page. And from here, we have the, we do not have the range icon also. One second, let me create a new code. It's already having lots of things. You can see. So we added our bundle product, that is a maintenance of this is not our bundle product. You are also not telling me. Yesterday we created some other products. That is laptop 25
Laptop.
inch test, right?
Yes.
That's why I was wondering why it is not showing me configure button.
Mhm.
Okay, so we created laptop. So laptop. This is okay. So when we have a configuration event and the configuration type as a none, then we have this, we will directly land upon this code line editor page, and the configuration button will be available here for us. Means
Mhm.
we can go ahead and change anything which we want to change. So suppose I click on this reconfigure button, and I can make a selection and deselection by making, the things
Mhm.
selecting here. Okay, but the reason, but the main thing that we will directly land upon the code line editor page. Okay, and this is
Mhm.
only for the bundle product. This is not for the maintenance, normal standalone product. So maintenance is our normal standalone product. So we will not have any configure button, or it will not require any configuration events. Okay, because this is normal standalone product, and in that we don't have any kind of a features and options.
Mhm. That is correct.
Okay. So now let's give some values. Let make this as a configuration type as required. And in
Mhm.
configuration event, we have two pick list, not two, only one, always and none. If you are selecting none also, then also it will act as a always only.
Okay.
Okay. So let's head on the cancel this code and reconfigure it. Edit lines. And products. When you hit on the select button, it will land up you on the, I didn't select it now. Sorry, again, my miss. I'm in some another zone. I give it on maintenance product. So
Mhm.
not right. I give on my laptop product.
So,
If you are going to give on the maintenance product also, no, then it will not work because it is not having any kind of features and options, which I told you.
that is correct.
So it doesn't make sense anything to give there the required and always whatever the value. Unless and until that product is not a bundle product, these fields will not make sense.
Mhm.
So again,
So,
yeah.
I also see like a disabled on one of the items. So does that mean like the product is not configurable? It is sold as is. Is it
As
how
it
it?
is. Correct, correct, correct. I'll show you
Okay.
quickly how four values work. So let's select one
Sure.
by one. Selecting this one. Now you can see
Mhm.
this is a configure product page, and you will directly land up here, and you will not go to the code line editor page. So this is the most used configuration type, because this is the right scenario. Also, when we are creating a bundle product, it should be every time required. The person should be come to the configure button page if any kind of a required thing. Okay, like the processor, and choose at least one of the following. We have given this because of some reason, right? And if the person is directly jumping on the code line editor page, they won't be able to select this. And they have the option of the reconfigure, but they won't be able to understand whether they want to reconfigure it or not. They can just directly go and save the code. Okay, and they can finalize it. Correct? So they might miss. So whenever we are having a bundle product and we have something like this, that choose at least one of the following, minimum one, maximum two, something like that, we have set up on the option level or on the feature level. It is required that we should go with the configuration type as required and always.
Makes sense.
Okay. Now let's say I'm hitting on save. So I'll again go landing up on my code line editor page. And there also I have a wrench icon. If somehow anyone missed anything, they can just go ahead and reconfigure it again.
Understood.
Okay. Now there's a one more, two more options. Let's go quickly to show you that two configuration. Yes. Configuration type as allowed, and then we have a two picklist value here. Always add and edit. Now let's see always.
Hmm.
I'll quickly show you from here. You can. So I'm adding the products again. There are the two, three values which works in the same way. So it's up to you. So just as you can see, it is also working in the same way. You will land up on the configure button page. You will land up on your configure product page. You can make your selection and hit on save. Okay, to select at least one. Save. And when you hit on the save, you will have this reconfigure button. So it is also the same way which required is working. So there is no difference in between the required and this, this allowed one.
Got it.
Let's scroll down, and this now you will see that there is. Now let's make always to add it. Hit on save. Cancel it. Lines. Here also you will end up on your configure button page, configure product page, and make your selections. Then add it, click on save. You can see there is no range icon. Means whatever you have added it once, you won't be able to change it again.
Okay, we need to delete it. The only option is like.
Yes, only option you can delete this and add your products again.
Can you, if you don't mind, can you go to the product selection once? I mean the product
Yes.
once again.
Yeah.
Can you
So we
show me?
make as.
Yes.
Yeah. So we make as a configuration type as allowed, and the event is add.
Oh, just because you remove the edit button, it is not letting you reconfigure.
Yes, it's add only. So it means only the things which you are adding on the first go that gets added. So it will help you to land up on the configure page only. But whatever you have added at the once, it will not allow you to edit it again.
Oh, got it.
So this is not being used. This is a very less used scenario because in the real time it is not possible because sales rep is a human, so they can make a mistake. They want to unselect and deselect any of the feature. So we should have a reconfigure button for the bundle product on the code line editor page.
Agree.
So yeah. Now let's see the last, that is the edit one. Let me take it again. So for the edit, you will not going on the configure product page. You will be on the code line editor page directly. And from there, we have a range icon. We can go ahead and configure that again.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So that is the meaning of the edit.
Sure.
Now we have the last one, which is the disable, which you were saying. So disable also, we have one picklist value, always event. Either you can go with none, and always both will work together in the same way. Disable means you are going to disable that particular product into the from the bundle product as you mentioned. So that will actually work as a standalone product.
Got it.
Let's see, product directly added. This RAM is also added because that one is the required one. So it's added with that, and we don't have any kind of a range icon. And it
But
doesn't ask me to go to the configure page. Yeah.
In that case, generally now processor is a required field, right? A
Yes.
processor is a required line item. Does that generally
So
so
that will be
and
missed because that only is required when you are landing upon your configure page. Then only it is showing an error that choose at least one processor. Okay,
yeah,
that error is basically set on the configure product page. So unless and until you are not going on the configure product page, it will not throw that error.
got it.
So this is a disable feature can be used in the real-time scenarios like suppose this is your bundle product and maybe in some release suppose this RAM is went into the field maintenance. It is no more activate product. It should be deactivate, but there is no such release in which you can go ahead and do that. So what you can do, you can just make this product as a disabled one, so that the options which is the required one only get selected, and you are not giving your sales rep to select or unselect any kind of option from the configure product page. So they just need to add it and click on save and proceed further.
Makes sense.
So in that scenario, this can work. So this is the different events of the configuration type which you can use with your bundle product as per the requirement. So let's hit on save and let's go back to the PPT again. So yeah, I've discussed all the configuration events. So as I said, this is the required and always are mostly used. Also, the always allowed and always are also being used because both are working in the same way. We will land up on the configurator page, and in the line editor, we have this range icon to reconfigure it. Then allowed and add, in which we cannot reconfigure it again. Once it is added, it is added. Then we have edit, will directly land up on the line editor page. And if you want to add anything, we can go to the configure button page. Then the last one is the disable one. Not take it to the configurator initially, add it to the line editor directly, and cannot reconfigure from the line editor. So fixed present bundle rarely used. So it is rarely used. It's just the scenario which I have given to you. Maybe that's a possibility of 2%. Okay. Now let's see what are the different option layout we are having. So you can see here we have a 3 option layout. One is a section, tabs, and the wizard. So if we go with the help of the if we go with the sections, how does it will display basically? So you can see this screen. This is a configure product screen, page screen. So here processor, memory, storage is our feature. So this is the way it will get displayed when you are having a sections, which is the none also, okay, by default. But when you change it to tabs, all your features come at the top. You can see processor, memory, storage, warranty, adds on. Okay, so it will be displayed in the form of a tab. You need to go in each and every tab, and you can do your selection. Then only you can hit the save button. Okay, then the last one we are having a wizard. So wizard in this also, that in the tab way it will visible. It's just we are having a numbers at the end of the features. So that is like we have 5 tabs, so 5 numbers, 1 out of 5. So you cannot click on the tabs to go on the memory, storage, warranty features. You just need to go with the help of these numbers. Here it's a left button and the right button has been provided. So you need to click it here, and then accordingly you can go ahead with your with all your features.
Understood.
So this is the basically a difference of the 3 option layout which are available. It's again as per the business requirement, you can go ahead and set it up. The most common use here is also is the sections one, and again the second is the tabs one. Wizard never being used because the left and the right is scrolling. It's painful for the customer, which I
Agreed.
see. So yeah, so sections and the tabs which are mostly being used. So
Makes sense.
let me quickly show you where this actually available this field. So the
Mhm.
same in the sorry, it is same in the CPQ configuration, Salesforce CPQ configuration section. This option layout, so you can edit it, and as of now it is none. So it is appearing in the form of a sections only. So I'll show you in the form of a tabs. Let's hit on save and cancel this code.
Oh, okay. It can be set on a product itself rather than for the entire org.
Yes, it is
Oh,
not never on the org. It is always on your product. For what,
got it.
for which product you want, this
Mhm.
kind of a visibility. So let's select it. Our product, that's Lab 25. Configuration events is also on product level. This option layout is also on product level.
Mhm.
So you can see, and it's coming in the form of a tabs,
Yeah,
processor, and then we have a storage. Now, if you change to the wizard, it will show the numbers at the end. Let's do that too quickly. And there is an option selection method also. You can give a try this.
Mhm.
This is basically a click, and this is basically a ad, which we did yesterday on the, if you remember, uh,
Mhm.
on the feature level we have tried, right?
Yes.
This ad options and the click one. So
Mhm.
similarly, it will work on the main product also. If you are going to do it the main product, it will work for all the options which are available there. But if you are going to do in the feature level, it will override the things which you are working on the product level. Like suppose on the main bundle product, you have given a click, but on the feature level of the same product, you have selected as a add options. Okay, so the ad will come because the feature will always override the things which are available on the product level.
Got it.
Selecting as a select. You can see this as of now two features is there, so it's two coming. So you can just go ahead and do your selection.
Mhm.
So yeah, this is the different option layouts. So let's go ahead. You can try with the click and the add one by your own. That's a very minor thing which we already did at the feature level. If you want
Mhm.
at the product level, you can go ahead and do that. So I
Absolutely.
mentioned here in the screenshot also I have attached here. So you can see the categories will appear as a tabs. Okay, one second. I'll show you one more thing here. Before that, this option selection method which I was telling you, that whether you want as a click or you want as a ad. So if you have given as a click, it will come in the form of a this radio button. Okay, and if you
Mhm.
have it as an ad, then ad option will be there, and when you click on the ad option, the products which belongs to this feature, that will come at the front.
Mhm. Makes sense.
Okay. So again, if you are giving these things at the feature level, it will override the bundle selection method. So I mentioned here point also, feature selection method will override the bundle selection method. So to always make sure, always keep this thing in your mind. Like there are so many things which you can give on the bundle level also, and on the at the same time on the feature level also. Like discount. I'm just giving the example. Like discount. So discount you are giving on the bundle level also and on the feature level also. But always feature level will override the things which is available on the bundle level. It can be anything, but the feature level thing which will be overriding bundle level thing. If the same is available on both. If there is one data at the feature level, then the feature level will work. And if there is data on the bundle level, then bundle level will work. But if both are having a data, then which one Salesforce is going to consider is the feature level one.
Got it.
Now let's quickly try this one also. So here it is an example of the option layout in product. Is it set to as a sections? Like you can utilize the category field in the feature to organize the features into the categories. So categories will come at the top, and all the features will come into that particular category. Like you can see, let's go to the org and I'll show you there so that you have a clarity. Let me first remove this option layout because this is not I'm going to use it. Option layout I use as a sections, and configuration type let me make as a allowed so that I do not need to click on the wrench icon again. I want to land up on my configure product page. So let's do that. Now let me go to the relative list. There are the two feature, processor and the storage. So let's open this processor one. Here you can see this category. There's a field called category. So you can assign any category to this. Like suppose I'm assigning hardware. Okay, let's hit on save. So let's hit on save. And my storage is also I'm going to assign in my hardware category. Save. Now like quickly create one more feature to show you the difference. I'll create a feature called warranty. It's number is 30. Minimum option I don't want to give 0. And I'll assign this to category called add-ons. And click on save. Now there should be some product for the warranty feature also. So let me add one feature for the warranty product. I should have warranty in my system. So I'm just directly adding it. If you don't have, you can create your warranty product and you can add it here. 60. Other than that, I'll just give quantity editable. Quantity is 1. Minimum, maximum, I don't want to give. Click save. Sorry, I did assign the feature here. Yeah, feature should be there. So feature I have created this warranty feature and now let's go to the again. You can stop me wherever you feel that you are not getting it.
Sure.
Edit lines. You can see this hardware coming at the top, and then we have an add-on. So these are the two categories which we created, and I have assigned my features into this category. So my two features, processor and storage, are assigned to the hardware category, whereas my warranty feature are assigned to my add-on category. So now there's a 3 levels of description. First, at the high level, we have a category. In that, we have a features, and in the features, we have a options. So this is also one of the way to represent your options within the bundle product. So it depends what exactly your scenario is and how you want to make your product visible to your representative so that it will be easy for them to make a quick selection. So that is something for the visibility purpose, right? They can make a selection very easily. They do not need to, trouble it. Okay, I need to read. Okay, this. If you are not mentioning any kind of a feature name, okay, they need to read it out. RAM 8 GB. Okay, this will come as a storage. So I need to remember that storage I have selected it. Then again, I need to search for the processor product, and then I need to remember it. Okay, processor I have selected. So this will add the this will be time consuming for the sales representative and quite irritating also, right? So we just need to make sure that how easy view we can provide to our representative so that they can go ahead with the minimum time and the increase the performance. So this is one of the things which you can do. Yeah.
Agreed.
So this is it for the configuration part. Now we will see what is exactly a custom actions in Salesforce CPQ and search filter, the guided selling, and then the option cards. So let's start with the search filter first. So basically, this one. So basically, suppose we can ask sales representative to use the search filter for what exactly they are looking. Okay, like I have shown you yesterday also. Like suppose they are looking for the hardware product. Okay, and when you go on the add products button, when you click on the add products button, you will have a large number of products, C number of products. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go to the org first and I can cancel. Okay. Add products. So when I click on add products button, I see that there are a large number of products. Okay, but maybe your sales rep is having a very clear idea that which product they want to, select it. Then they can put a filter directly, or maybe they didn't remember the product code because it is not possible to remember the product code or name for each and every product. Okay, as of now we are creating a one or two so we can remember it. Okay, this is the laptop 25, this is a laptop 15 test or something like that, we can remember it. But when we have 1,000 of products in our company, it is not possible for you also, for anyone, that to remember each and every product code and the product name. So by which they can make a quick selection, that is called a search filter. That functionality can be provided with the help of a search filter, custom actions, and the guided selling. These are the three things with the help of which we can help our sales rep to quick selection of the product without, remember the product code, product name, and any other thing. So the first is a search filter. When they click on the add products, they will have this filter icon. So they can click on this filter icon and they have this product code, product name, and the product family. Okay. So any other field you can add it according to your requirement, but this is the by default field which is provided by the Salesforce CPQ, to put a filter on your requirement. Now let's suppose a product family, they have selected a software. They just need to hit on the apply, and that particular product which belongs to the software family are being displayed here. So always make sure when you are creating any kind of a field, like this is a standard field, product family in your product object. This is a standard field. But now suppose you want to give any other field that is a custom field for your customer, for your sales rep, to filter out the information. So you need to ensure whenever you are going to create a product, you need to fill that information in that particular field. Like as of now, I am using a product family, so I am putting an information software. If you are not putting an information in that product family, like suppose this is software is not being put it here, it is blank, then this product will not be visible when you are putting a filter as a software.
Understood. So is there any way that we can give a custom field in the filter section as well?
Yeah, we can create a custom field also in the filter section. What you need to do, I'll show you that. Let's go to the search filter. This is a search filter object is available. So you can go by creating a search filter. It's already been here, one of the filter. So you can see filter by hardware. So what we are doing here, we are basically creating a filter by the value of hardware. Means whenever our target field is product family and the filter value is hardware, this filter will get applied when we click on the add products option. Let me show you first and then I'll show you how to create it at a glance. You can see this button. This will not be seen in your system right now. This is a custom button which I have created. Okay. So now you are asking that how we can, filter it based on our custom selection. So what you can do, you can make a product, you can make a custom button on your port page. Okay. Port line editor page. And you can put a filter on this button, that what will be the filter when you hit on this product button. So as of now, I put the filter is hardware. Okay, so when I click on this button, the products which belongs to the hardware family only will be visible. Let's say.
Got it.
You can do by software, any other product family, or you can pick any of the field which you are having in your system and having a proper data. So any field can be picked up. Anything you can do on the basis of filtration, but that product should have the value in that particular field. Otherwise, it will not get displayed.
Makes sense.
Okay. So again, here when you click on this filter, then you can see that filter by hardware is already being there. So you can clear the fields if you want to do that. If you want, so you can clear and apply. Then the filter will get removed. Okay, you can see now hardware, miscellaneous, and other things are coming. Okay. So now let me show you how I created that custom button. Let's go to the custom action. We have this object called custom action. I created this a new custom action, that is the add product. So you can give any name, whatever you want. It is just a name to get saved in your Salesforce CPQ, nothing else. It doesn't appear anywhere. The name which will appear at the code page is the label. Always make sure whenever the label is written anywhere, means that is the only field which will be available on the UI page. Okay, label. Name will not be there. So label, so this label I have given as of now ungroup, and you can select any other label. Like we have the existing label called calculate, optional none, and delete lines, clone, resegmented, edit lines, preview. You can add your label also in that. Like suppose you can go ahead in the label field in the custom action object. This is a pick list field, and you can add your pick list value in this particular field. Say I'm changing it to add solution groups. So this is the field which are available, but you can do your customization too by adding your own pick list value. So the details which are required here to be filled is the name, and then it should be active, otherwise it is not going to be visible. Then we have a display order. Display order is a 1. From the starting we are taking it because if you see on the code,
I thought the first one is ungroup, right?
Yeah, ungroup. This is the only which I created. This is the ungroup only.
Oh, this is the label.
Label I changed just now to add solution group. It was ungroup only. Yeah.
Got it.
So let me show you that again. Now it will come as add solution group.
Makes sense.
It's add solution group. So this is the first which is up here. So as of now, I have given a display order as first. Then the type is button. There are the different fields also in this. menu or the separator. If you are giving to the menu, it will come in the form of a menu, and separator, it will be the dots form. So let me give to the menu and show you how it is coming. Any type you can select it. It's depend how exactly you want to appear your custom action.
Mhm.
So menu is also, one second, a little bit change, not that much. Let's saved. Menu is not having that of change. It's a minor one. It's just broad the lines, nothing else.
Got it.
Sure why it's not happened right now. Change it to separator first. See.
Okay, I see the add solution group is not available now.
Yeah, so it is not available because it comes in the form of a separator. But it should be here. What's happening with my own right now? There should be an icon called a separator. See if I have the filter. I didn't have the screenshot also. Okay, I'll show you this also. I'll not this is a minor thing. I need to check why it's not working.
Oh, no problem. I mean, show me the screenshot so that way I can just
Yes. Yeah, I don't have right now. I need to check.
okay.
I don't have handy right now.
Oh, no
You
problem.
can try in your system. It will work. Maybe
Yeah,
something is not working. You can give a try and it will work as expected.
absolutely.
Then we have a, parent custom action. So parent custom action means like if you go on the code and edit lines.
Nikita, one question. Sorry.
Yes.
So when we added the ungroup, initially it actually filtered out the hardware products, right, in the line filter section. So if we go to the custom action, where exactly can we do that? I mean,
Yes, I'm
it
showing
didn't.
you right now
Okay.
how to create that, right? Where exactly
Yeah.
we are giving a value. I'll show you. Give me a
Got
minute.
it.
So this parent custom action. So parent custom action means like by this this is the way you can implement this functionality. So this is a standard button which is given by Salesforce. Add products, and in add products we have this add favorites. Okay, so add product is our parent custom action. In that we have a add favorites.
Mhm.
Got it? So this is a parent child. So if you want to give in this your custom action also the parent child something, then you can give some parent custom action here. But you need to have some custom action. Like suppose you have a custom action called a filter by hardware. This is the one custom action which you have created, and another is the child will filter by software, then filter by warranty, then filter by anything else. So accordingly, you can create a many child option in that particular custom action.
Got it.
Here. And the currency is by default as US dollar. It will be everywhere. If you want to make it work for the different currency, you need to create a different custom action for different currency.
Okay.
Then we
So,
have a, yeah,
so for the same action, we need to clone them and create it for the separate currency. So that way, depending upon the price book, it will be available. Okay,
correct, correct,
makes
correct.
sense.
Then we have this brand button called it is basically a styling of the button. If you want to do that, you can just check on this button and it will be happening. URL target and the URL. So this is basically, so if your custom action linked to the URL, so specify whether clicking the custom action replaces the current page or open a new page in sales rep browser. So you need to just put a link of that particular target on. So as of now, what is happening? We are on the same page. It does not, allow us to go on the different page altogether. Different page means the custom page.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's why I'm not giving any kind of a URL target right now and URL. So but if you want that when the user is going to click on your custom button, some different window, some different page will get appear for your sales representative. So in that scenario, you just need to say a URL target. You just need to select a value here that is a pop-up or the replaces a page, a different pop-up if you want to give, or if you want to replace a page, then for that you need to give a URL here for that particular page and it will work accordingly.
Got it.
Yeah. So, and then we have a location of this custom action button. So location, you will know that I want in the code line editor page. This is my code line editor page. So I want it here. There are the other also, like you want on the code details page, account detail, contact detail, opportunity detail. So where you want this custom action button, there you can make it visible. So the most common use in the code line editor page, because this is a page where exactly the sales rep can think that I need a, filtration. Okay, so code line editor page you can select, and then the location will be code and group. So when you are selecting a code line editor page, it should be under code and group, or it should be code because it belongs to the code. And group and line never being used. It's out of scope. I'll say till now it's never been used anywhere. So skip that. Actions, we have different actions like add products. So currently what we are doing a add products. Okay, so that's why I mentioned it, add products. You can go ahead with the add your favorites also. That means your action is going to perform add favorites, upgrade assets, and renewal subscription. So these are the 4 actions are provided.
Got it.
And label, I already told you. Description, you can mention any description that this custom action you are creating for this particular filtering and all. So this is about the custom action. Now go to the related list. Here you will have this search filter. Now you need to create a search filter. Custom action you created that this will be the button. Now what that button is going to do, that information you need to give on this search filter.
Got it.
You can give any name here. So I have given filter by hardware. Target object is a product. You can choose any other objects also, assets and subscription, but we want to do on a product. So I have selected a product. Target field is our products family, and then filter value is our hardware. Means whenever the product also the operator is equals. I have put an equal. There are the other operators also, not equal, less than, less or equals, greater or equals. Okay, so these are the operators which are available. So how it will work? It will pick up the target field. Okay, the product family operator equals to filter value hardware. Means the product family equals to hardware. Then this search filter is going to filter it.
Understood. So one question is like the target field is we can add a new pick list values based on our requirements.
Correct. Yeah, you can add a new pick list value. So
Got
this
it.
is a kind of a flexibility being given by Salesforce. You can add any of the pick list value in your if that field is a pick list value in any of the custom object, you can just go ahead and do that. It's just the API name should be the same which you are creating on the this product family. Okay, this product family is available on your product object. Okay, so you copy the product family API and you paste it in the target field, then only it will work. Correct, with the help of the API say. Otherwise it won't be able to, Salesforce CPQ won't be able to recognize which fields need to be picked up here. Okay, so that should be the match. That should be the match.
Got it.
So API name you always need to paste it here, and then it will work as per your expectations. So yeah, This is it, and advanced information, this we will talk about later as soon as we forward in the session. So hit on save. And now it declines again. I've shown you, let me show you again back. So now let's change the filter value to software also. We can go ahead and change that to software. Software, I'm hitting on save. Times. You can see, I think just now I have seen it is coming as a separator. See, this is coming as a separator now.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is displaying when you are hovering it, it will show you the name that add solution group. But this is a called out button. This is our button. Now I reverted my change. Yeah. But now I reverted my change. How it is displaying. I think something is wrong. I reverted to type button, but it's coming now just fine. You can see this. Okay. So this is a kind of a separator which just add next to the add products at the one sequence, because we have given a display order is one. So it will start one from the left hand side. So when you click on this, it will show you the products which belongs to the software family. Because the filter by, we have given search filter by software. If you want to remove, you can remove it from here. You can see this field is also coming here. This is my search filter which I created, filter by hardware. This is the search filter name which I created. This is showing here that this is a new search filter, and in this we have selected a software value. You can change it from here also, hardware, and then apply it. It will get changed.
Got it.
But if the automation you want, you can just click on that button and it will do. You can clear fields.
Makes sense.
So this is the purpose of the search filter and the custom action, which are help your sales rep to select a product easily. So I mentioned the points which I already told you, that the button that sales rep can click to perform an actions. It is available in the code line editor page, the configurator, and several other details page also. Wherever you want, you can go ahead and do that. The steps is the same which I told you. It's just you need to make sure that your picklist value is available on the field which you are going to select, and the API name should be correct. Otherwise, it is not going to met. So when you create a condition for your custom action, associate with them with the condition met field. If your action contains a condition, Salesforce does not show the action until your code meets them. Means whenever you are creating a custom action, you should add search filter. Otherwise, it is not going to work. Like you are already understand very very clearly that there should be some filter we need to provide when we are adding a custom button.
Exactly.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
it is not going to
work. Yeah.
So there's no, Salesforce CPQ supports maximum of 5 custom actions in the code line editor page. Okay, so this is the point which you need to take in care. 5 custom actions only be possible, because otherwise, if it is more than that, then it will create a nuance on the code line editor page. You know, it will be the chaos. So much of buttons showing on the code line editor page.
True.
So maximum 5. Yeah.
Nikita, one question which I forgot to ask you is like in the code line, I mean, in the custom action, where exactly I think there was a field sets. That is how you add the buttons, right? If I was not mistaken, in the code line editor. In the code line editor, in order to add a buttons to the code line editor, you generally use a field sets on the code line object.
No.
Is it?
You just need to go on the custom action object and
No.
create a new.
I meant, sorry, not the custom action.
Okay.
So in order to create the button, that is what you're saying. I mentioned like in order to have the layout changes, you can create a 10 or 15 custom actions, but what needs to be seen on the code line editor should be set using a field set, sir.
Field sets never being used here. I didn't get you properly. So let me edit lines. So this is a page you are talking about. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then you are talking about these buttons.
Yes. So are these no the button? I mean, I thought like you mentioned in a class 2 or something like these buttons are something which will be. I mean, what buttons needs to be visible on the code line editor can be controlled using a field sets. Uh,
No,
I may
that
be mistaken.
is no. Not these buttons. I was saying the line item. Let me add one line item. So these things are controlled by the field sets, the layout.
Oh, okay, okay. I may be mistaken. So probably confused. So
Yes.
what if we add like a 10 custom actions? What custom action needs to be visible on the layout? Is it how exactly that can be controlled?
So custom action, which I'm telling you, is maximum 5 can be created, which will be here only in this section. Like this one is one, add solution group. Then there will be the another, add products and something like that. These are the custom action which we created just now. This is the one which we created, and like this we have other 4 also. It not be more than 5. This is a
Okay,
recommendation from Salesforce CPQ. If you are going to create a more than 5, firstly it will not allow you, but anyhow you are going to create. So you can see there's a no space on this page.
got it.
Got it?
So
It will create a chaos. Yeah.
if we create the number of custom actions, it will automatically get added to this layout. For example, if I only
Yes.
created
Yes.
two. Okay,
Yes.
makes
So
sense.
yeah. So you just need to go on your custom actions object and click on new. It will
Okay.
get automatically added because this custom action is provided by Salesforce CPQ. This is the object where you just
Mhm,
need to click on new and give some name quickly, like say add testing, and
mhm,
give some order number, like say I'm giving a 2, add active, make it type as a, let's say this time I'm giving a button, or let's say I'm giving a menu. So that
mhm,
I can show you, and it will be on my code line editor page. The location is my code group,
mhm,
and yeah, label is add products, not add products, add favorites, let's say. Okay, and
mhm.
action is again add products. Okay, click on save. I'm not giving
Got it.
any filter criteria right now. So this
Mhm,
is it. Now let's go to the code. Edit lines. You can see add favorites is coming is my button, which
understood.
is next to my add solution group, because add solution group number is 1 and this I
Mhm,
have given 2. So that's why it is coming after this.
got it.
When you click on add favorites, there will be no filtration. There is no filtration. You can see there is no filtration because I have not created any. You can go in the related list. I have not
Right.
created any search filter,
Gotcha.
filter condition.
Makes sense.
Got
Got
it?
it. Very clear.
Just delete this. It's not having any kind of information. Okay, so this is the part of our custom actions and the search filter.
Mhm,
Now let's go to the another topic. Search filter you are already seen. Guided selling.
mhm,
So this is the type of a guided path which we are providing to our customer sales rep to select the right products. It is a similar way of the search filter. In the search filter, what they were doing, I just want them to put a filter, and then only that particular product will get visible. Correct?
mhm,
But in the guided selling, I'll put some questions in front of the sales representative. They need to
mhm,
put the information on that particular questions, and then according to the selection, the products will get visible.
mhm.
Okay, like
Got
you
it.
can see on my screen right now, what type of a product are you looking for? So based on
Mhm,
the selection, like suppose hardware, software, or the any any other product, and then there will be so many questions, like you can see it here. What type of a product you are looking for? So this is the first question, and if they selected any of the pick list value, hardware, software, service, support, consumer, miscellaneous, based on the selection, the next question will appear. Like suppose they have selected hardware. So the next question is, which type of a hardware product you are looking for? Then suppose they have selected CPU. Then the next question will be, which processor you are interested in? Then they have selected i5 from the i5 and i7, they have selected any of the value. Then based on that particular value, that particular product will get displayed. Now at the same time, if they have not selected hardware, any other pick list value, then the different question will appear and then different paths will be carried on.
Got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
So this is the kind of a guided path which we are providing to our sales rep customer to make selection with the by giving the answers of the questions which are created by you. Got it?
Yeah.
So there are three components basically you need to take care while creating a guided selling. First is a quote process. Second is a process input, and third is a process input condition. Both you can see are related to each other. When you start creating a quote process, there will be a process input in the related list. And when you created a process input, there will be the process input condition in relation to the process input. So these three objects needs to be taken care to create a guided selling. Okay. This is the steps which I mentioned on high level here, so that if you missed it anyhow, you can go ahead and review this step. Now let's go to the system and create a quickly guided selling. Just be cautious here because guided selling is a bit complex to create. Not complex, basically there are so many fields which you need to create on your different objects. Okay. So first thing I'll tell you from here only the PPT. So you can see which type of a product you are looking for. This is my first question. Okay. Now question is fine, but where exactly this information should be there in Salesforce CPQ? Like this values should be stored in my product, correct? And also on my product options.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
So why it is there? Why we need to store in a two different places? That you will get to know when I start progressing the things. So firstly, just remind it from here that first field which we need is the product family, in which we are going to store the value hardware, software, service, support, and all these. Then we will have another field, custom field, that is a hardware type, in which we will have a value called CPU, desktop, laptop, printer, and all. Then third field, we will have the CPU type, in which we will have a value called i5 and i7. Then third field, we will have a smart devices type, in which we will have a value of EU, UK, and US. Okay. Now, the same as I told you, these are the objects which are going to play a role. So whatever the fields which we are creating on the product object, that should be available on my process input object also with the same API name. Otherwise, when we are going to create a process input, that field will not be appear in our pick list values.
I kind of confused it, but
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
I kind of coldly understood the process like it is more of a controlling and dependent value, just like a pick list values.
Yes.
In the same way, we are creating some process here.
Yes. Let's go to the org. I'll show you one by one. We will have the clarity. Let's open my product. In the next tab, I'm opening my object.
I mean, I understood the end result of it, but since there are objects involved, I was kind of, I feel a bit complicated.
Yes, yes, yes. Because I know to create this first time, this is a kind of a complication. Process input object I have opened in the another tab, and there's a one tab called products. I'll open my product object. Fields and relationship. So firstly, I'll show you the fields which are being created. Scroll down, you will have, sorry, let's search by this. So family is a standard field on the product object, which is created by, which is provided by Salesforce CPQ only. Okay, so this is a product family, which is having a number of tick list value, hardware, software, and all these. Now the same value, same field I created on my process input object also. This is my process input object. You can stop me wherever you feel confusing. You can stop me there. I'm just showing you whatever the fields are available in both. So you can see family is a standard provided by Salesforce CPQ on the product object. Same field I have created on the process input object with the same pick list value. It's just the API name is family__C. Always make sure to give the API name this only. Otherwise, Salesforce CPQ will not be recognize that this is a family same as that of the family which is created on the product object. Okay. So the pick list value is also the same. I am showing you the pick list value once only. Later on, you can, remember it. So I'll open both the pick list value. Hardware, software, service, support. So API name should be the same. Hardware, software, service, support. Otherwise, what will happen? It will again create a mismatching and you won't be able to see the expected behavior. This is the first field. Now, the second field which I told you, that's a hardware type. So again, hardware type. This is a hardware type, hardware _type_C. Same I've created on my process input object. That's a hardware type. Pick list value, pick list. Okay. Then we have a CPU type. So it's a CPU only. So CPU __C. Same I created on the process input object. CPU _C. Pick list value is also the same. Okay. Then the last one is the region. Region, I've created region __C. Same on the process input object, region __C. You will get to know why I created the same on the process input object. EU, UK, US. Same here also, EU, UK, US. Okay. So why we created on the product object? You are aware about that now. Yeah. Because we need to put the information on the product object. Otherwise, we won't be able to see that product. This is a kind of a search filter only, right? If we are not filling any information in those fields, we will not have that product get visible on the code page. Yes. Okay? So these are the fields: hardware type, software type. This is my product, laptop 25-inch. So I have this field, hardware type, which we created, software, CPU, region. So unless and until I am not putting the information here in these fields, this product will be not visible when we are making a selection. Okay, so let's put some information, like suppose hardware type, and I'll put some CPU, and software, I'll give some license. CPU, I'll give some i5, and region, I'll give some UK, US. Whatever you want, you can give that. I just want to see this product on my code page. And product family belongs to the hardware. Let's save a, click on save. So this is the reason why we created these fields on the product object, so that we can fill the data there and accordingly that product will get visible. This is the answer of creating a fields on the product object. Now create a process now. Go to the code process object. Code processes. So let's take the existing one. Right? you can hit on new and create a process.
Mhm.
Okay, give some name, process name, any name you want to give, you can give it. I given a guided selling name. Then we have some fields. It is default. It is mentioned as a default, means like when you want this code process should be worked as a default in the in the line editor process. So you will get the clarity of this default also when we are going to see on the code page. Guided only, select the checkbox if you want code covered by this process forced into the guided product selection. Otherwise, this products to the ad hoc filtering only. So we are doing a guided selling. So this guided only should be checked. Otherwise, it will be the normal filtering.
Okay.
Okay. And then these are not being used fields as such. So, and always make sure, when you are creating any kind of processes, just go to the related list of that particular thing. Okay. Otherwise, you can go on this object also, like process input object also, you can go from here and you can create a condition. But what will happen? You might miss some kind of a interlink with each other. So it's always recommended when you create any kind of a custom action also, any kind of a guided process also, go to the related list and fulfill all the requirements there so that it will be automatically linked. Like in the time in the term of the product bundle product also, when you created a bundle product, you went to the related list and create a features and the options. Okay, you can create separately also while going into the feature object, while going into the option object. But when you are creating from the bundle, it will automatically get linked together. You do not need to link it every time, the lookup one. Got it? So that's why it's always recommended to create it while going into the related list, so that all the required information fill at a one time. There should not be any kind of a miss. Now, first object we have fulfilled according to the PPT. Just go by PPT only, otherwise you won't be able to relate it. Code process, we done. We created a code process. Now, process input. So I went to the process input. There are the 4 process input I have created because there's the 4 questions I need to appear. First is this, second is hardware type, third is a processor type, and fourth is a region type. Okay. So that's why I created a 4 process input. Now let's see one process input first, the first one. Just be more careful here because it is quite confusing and you might miss something. So you can give any name, whatever you want. You can give the name. Oh, sorry, I missed. It's a product family. Yeah. So whatever the name you want to give, you can give it here. But again, you can see this label. So label means it will going to display on your UI page. So whatever you are going to give it here, it will get display on your UI, on your code page. Okay. So the label I have given, what type of a product you are looking for. This is my first question.
Sure.
So we will create 4 process input. The first one, I given some name. You can give any name, whatever you want. Then the label is the label which is going to appear on the code page. Okay. So I have given the first question is what type of a product you are looking for. Okay. This is my first question. Activate it. If you are not going to activate it, it will not visible. Then you can see this code process, the guided selling, it's already coming. I do not need to create a lookup by my own. It's already being there because I went on the related list and creating from there only. So it's already coming. It is already attached with my code process.
Yeah.
Then the input field is the family, condition met all. And in the last, we have a product filter. Product filter means the information which we put it on our product. So that is a product field. Product field is also my product family, and the operators is equals to. Okay. So means whatever the family is available on my product field, product object. Okay. The same we are filtering on process input field also. This is a family.
Mhm.
So that's why I created the the same field on the process input object, so that when I'm going to put the input field as a family, it will link that okay, family is having a hardware. If you are going to select product family as a hardware, it will see okay, this hardware is available on the process input also. They can just go ahead and match it.
Mhm.
Got it? So that's
Yeah.
why we created on the process input also all the fields, the family, hardware type, CPU type, region, all the 4 fields.
Mhm.
So the input field is also a family. If this family is not available on your input field, then you just need to go ahead in the process input object. Like it is open here, so I can show you. Process input object, go to the fields and relationship, input fields. This is the input field. It's a pick list. Just go into the pick list and add your new pick list value. So I already added the CPU underscore underscore C. All the API name is same, which I
Mhm.
created it. Okay.
Yes.
CPU, region, software, family, hardware underscore type underscore C. So always make sure when you create a new pick list value, the API should be the same.
You meant the new family, right?
New
In this.
family.
And
Yes, new field. If you are creating a new pick list value, you just need to give the API name, which should be the same which you created on this process input and the product object. You created the same one, right? Like this one
yeah, yeah,
region.
yeah.
Yeah, this is the
Yes.
same. You just need to add in the input field of pick list value. Otherwise, when you're creating a process input, this is my process input. I'm putting the value in the, I'm selecting the value from the input field. You won't be able to see that value.
Mhm.
This family, software, license, the CPU, whatever it is. You
Um,
won't be able to see that.
Sure. One question, Nikita, I mean, probably out of the context, but what happens if we select a multi-select pick list? So is it something which
Multi,
we need to, let's assume like in the region, we have
Mhm.
like, it should be available in a multiple regions or something like that for the same product. So in those cases,
Multiple
uh,
region, you need to select some value. See, multiple region, that product will be available. You can just go and add products, and you will see the products which are available for the multiple region. Here, which we are putting a filtration, so that only the US region product should visible. So there should be one value selection only.
mhm, got it. Okay.
So this is the process input which I created. Let's hit on save. Then again, in the process input, we have this related list where I can put a process input conditions. Okay, but this is the first question. So there will be no condition, because we are not taking any question before this. Based on this
Yeah.
selection, you need to this. So this is the first question. We are not going to put any condition.
Mhm,
This question just need to appear. Then the second question is a hardware type. Everything is same. I have changed the question only, which type of a product you are looking for. Okay, just make it active. Now the thing which you need to change is the input field and the product field. Now I have selected input field is also hardware type, and the product field is also hardware type. Okay,
mhm.
now if you see from here, our first question is done. Okay, we have
Yeah.
asked which product they are looking for. Now they have
Mhm.
selected a hardware type from this
Yes.
particular process input. Now there will be some condition also. So just go to the related list and put some condition. So condition will be what? If product family equals to hardware,
Mhm.
okay, everything will become by own if you create it from the related list. The thing which you need to take care is operator equals to hardware,
Mhm.
okay, and master process input also. So
Mhm.
this is the master process input, means this is the first process input which we created. That is a product family.
Mhm.
This is the first process input which we created. So based on the selection of the first question, our second question value will get appear. Process input, sorry. What's the name? Family something. Sorry. Let's cancel this. I just forgot. Product family, sorry. So the first one, process input, which we created the product family. Now, when that process input, product family equals to the hardware, then this question will appear. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Which type of a product you are looking for. Now, let's go to the third CPU one. Now in the CPU, there will be another question, that which type of a processor you are looking for. Now this question will appear once we have which type of a processor you are looking for, once the person selected CPU from this question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then only this question will appear. Correct?
Yeah.
So now I have created a question, which processor you are looking for. The value will be CPU. The value will be CPU. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Input field and the product field. Now go to the related list and put a condition that when it is equals to CPU hardware type, the process input, the second one which we created, that question is having a value CPU, then this question will appear.
What was, yeah.
What processor you are looking for. If that processor, if that question is having a value CPU, then this question will appear, which processor you are looking for. Otherwise not. Okay. Now let's go and quickly see this before going into the fourth process input. Okay. One more thing, to implement this guided selling in your code, you need to copy this ID from the URL and paste on your code. So this is right now is a manual task, but you can do this by the automation also, like workflow also. So on your code, at the end, you have this field called a code process ID. Okay? You can put that URL, the ID here, and click on save. So when you are putting this, then only guided process will get activated. Otherwise, it will not show on your code. And only on this code, it will visible, not on the another code. Okay? So wherever, yeah.
Okay, you generally create, whenever we try to create a new code button, depending upon the kind of user or else kind
Correct.
of attributes, we can able to automatically, you're saying like populate the value on the code and quick save.
Correct.
And then it will automatically, okay, nice, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can see when I click on the add products button, I have the first question, which type of a product you are looking for. And I have a value, hardware, software, service, support. If I select hardware, then next question appears, which level of hardware type you are looking for. If suppose I am selecting a software, there is no question because I didn't prepare any question for the software condition. Correct? So I prepare for the hardware only. So that's why it is coming. Which level of hardware type you are looking for. If I am selecting a CPU, then only next question will appear. Which processor you are looking for. Because if you remember, in the condition I have put in when the value is equals to CPU. Hardware type equals to CPU. Correct?
Yes.
Otherwise, it is not going to appear. So CPU I have selected. So next question is coming. Which processor you are looking for? So if I am selecting i5, click on suggest. So the products which belong to this particular selection, like this laptop 25-inch also. So I fill all these values if you remember.
Yeah.
In the laptop 25-inch, I fill all these values. This is a hardware type CPU. CPU is i5. So that's why this is visible here. Otherwise, it will not be visible here. You can see only 3 products are visible.
Got it.
Then here we have a guided selling bracket, and this time we are not having a filtration. Okay, the filtration, you remember the funnel type of a icon which was coming earlier, search filter,
Yeah.
which is not coming. So if I open another code where we don't have any kind of a code process ID, okay, and edit lines.
Agreed. Yeah.
Here
So
you will have a search filter. Yeah, when you click on the add products, you will have this search filter icon. Okay, to filter your product. But now you have set up a guided selling here. So either the guided selling will be there or the search filter is there, because both are doing a filtration, but both cannot work together at the same time.
Yeah.
So you can remove the guided selling here. You can just click on this and remove the guided selling and click suggest. But then also this icon is not going to remove, because in this code, this guided selling is working. Because you have put in a code process ID. So that's why guided selling is going to work on this particular code. Whereas in another code, you will have this filter option, this custom action, which you can do that. But here you just need to select your product with the help of a guided selling, and then only, you can make your things visible. Custom action will be there, but the search filter will not be there. Okay.
So in this case, so irrespective whether we have the code guided selling enabled for the product, it is more of a code.
Correct. Code driven process. Yes. Code driving process, basically. Unless and until code is not having a guided selling doesn't belong to any of the individual product. It is a search filter, basically. It is set up across all the products which is available in your system. If that product is having a that value, so we are not specifically setting up on one product. It is the search filter which we are doing. We are helping them to select that product. Okay.
Got it.
But we are just showing up on that, but the code which is going to be a part of this guided selling with the help of the code process ID. If that ID is not there, it will appear. That code will work normally as a search filter type of thing.
Understood.
Okay? So you need to put this code process ID. This can be automated also by the workflows you can do, or by some Apex code also you can do.
Understood. Yes.
Okay. So let's go back to the system. And I mentioned here the steps. So you can go on with these steps, which I did. So first of all, you need to create a fields on your product object. Then create a mirror field same in the process input object. Then update a product field and the input field in the process input pick list value with the fields created. Okay. So you need to, this is the input field which I showed you. You just need to add a pick list value with the API name which you created in the product field and the process input. Otherwise, it will not be displayed when you are creating a process input condition. Okay. Then create a code process, create a process input with the related list, and with the related list, create a process input condition, and then copy the ID from the code process and paste it in the code process ID field in the code.
Got it.
So these are the steps which needs to be set up to have the guided processing, which will be look like this. So this is a one scenario which we set up. You can go ahead with different picklist values, software, service, and then put some another question, and then put some another question. So similarly, you can give a try by your own also.
Generally, it makes like, I mean, quick, it's just a thought. Is it not making it a little more complicated for the person or developer to make this configuration and think about it a lot, right? Generally, is it?
So as a part of the admin, it is not a for the developer or for the admin person, it is not complicated. But for the sales representative, it is it is not being used that much as compared to the search filter. because to giving the answer of the questions, it is not the kind of a practice for our sales representative. I never seen using this type of thing. I seen at the initial phase of the project launch, but then later on they said that please remove this. I'll go with the search filter and the custom actions.
Yeah, because they know what to do. Okay, it's more of a new product launch or something where they need to select like,
Yes.
okay, they
Yes.
don't know the product catalog and everything. Okay, makes sense actually.
Yes. So at that time they highly needed it, and then later on when they are used to with that, they search. They say that the search filter is sufficient for them. They do not want to do extra steps. Basically.
They want to, yeah, understood.